hi to whoever is watching this, and before starting the video, do not waste a single second because I'm not like a trading guru selling my stuff and all those ads in between or bullshit. So whatever I'm going to tell you is going to be extremely knowledgeable. Okay, and I hope you all are doing well in the name of God. Now, to be precise, this system works extremely well in Bitcoin, silver, and gold, and the only reason why most retail traders, including you and past me, won't be able to experience the profitability that we could is because trading is a game of math, mind, market understanding, probability, movement. And if all of that is done manually, it is definitely gonna make you burn out or crush your brain. And for escaping that exact trap for retailers, these charts and candlesticks, I've built my custom trading algo, which eliminates about 70% of repetitive decision making, which has not only reduced my stress, but of every other user that you can also see on the screen. And these all people are also now crushing it. So now without wasting time, let's just dive into it. Now, this strategy is purely based on liquidity and volume because they are the concepts which work really, 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 really well. And they have a lot of logic, and they are the reasons why markets move up and down. Now, for finding the direction, whether you want a long or short, we'll be using simple market structure. Guys, yes, market structure is the king. If it's an uptrend, you want a long. If it's a downtrend, you want a short. If it's a sideways range, you want a long at the support and short at the resistance. Now, for finding area, you need to find higher time frame draw on liquidities and use volume profile, value area high, value area low, and point of control level. Alright, I know it sounds confusing right now. It'll get simple when I'll be moving on to my charts. And for the entry trigger, we'll be using liquidity sweeps or bullish and bearish reaction around our point of control, simply the area where we are interested in trading at. Now let's move on to the chart. So that you don't get confused, these levels you see are daily, weekly, monthly highs and lows. And I'm not showing the current thing because of the fact that I want to show you how it actually works. So the tool that we are going to use, and which is the banger tool of TradingView, is particularly fixed range volume profile. Okay, you can see this tool, and you can find this tool on this section in around here in the between the fixed range volume profile tool. You can tap on the star button and then just save it into your list. And now you will have three levels when you use this fixed range volume profile tools: value area high, value area low, and point of control. Now, I'm not getting into why these levels are formed, but just know one thing, that they're extremely good support and resistances based on actual data. They're not made up levels. They're the precise levels where the most amount of trading was done. So there's a higher probability that when the price approaches those levels, you're gonna get a reaction. Now to the simple part. Again, these three levels are very good supports and resistances. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now, how are we gonna use it? So for direction, we obviously look at the trend. So for example, see this area. What trend do we see here? Obviously, it seems like a downtrend to us. So that simply means that we are interested in shorting. So what are we going to do now? We mark the swing high and the swing low, and then we apply the fixed range volume profile from the swing high to the swing low. Now, we have these three levels. Now here we have the extreme value area high, okay? And we are in a downtrend, so we want to short. So now this is a value area high. And now what is drawn liquidity? It is a weekly high, monthly high, or daily high, or lows. So they are clear draws on liquidities above or below which there is good amount of decent liquidity resting, so that whenever the price approaches those levels, there is a high probability of a reaction that we can capitalize on and make money. So now when we align both of these concepts, volume profile levels and daily, weekly, monthly highs and lows, the levels we get are extremely A plus, crazy, banging, crazy, extremely juicy, crazy, wow, I love it type of levels. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say by this, right? So now we see that on this price level we have a value area high which acts as support or resistance depending upon whether the price is below or above it. And now if you see closely here, we then also formed a weekly high around that. So now what we will do is that we would simply mark that zone as our point of interest. Okay, so now this is our zone of interest, right? Because we had the value area high here which would act as a resistance, and we have the weekly high here. So now let's see what happens when the price approaches this exact level. So first thing, price approaches, it has not swept the weekly high yet, okay? But as soon as it sweeps the weekly high and then reclaims with a bearish reaction, that could be your exact entry. Right there, keeping your stop loss above the high and then targeting a 1-to-1 as your TP1 depending upon the scenario, as this could be a lower high, so we could hold this trade for a long period of time. Oops, sorry for the noise. All right, now we're back at it, and then you could have made this money. Now let's see another example. Okay, now on that resistance level, on that weekly high, we form another weekly high. All right, so now we're gonna mark it up again. Okay, let's go. We have marked it out. Okay, so now we know that the weekly high is under that resistance zone of the volume profile. So now we are looking at this particular weekly high. Okay, so what happens is that when the price approaches near that exact weekly high, we see a massive juicy candle. Oh my god, that's extremely 1.23%. Yes, currently we are on the 1 hour time frame because I'm showing you how it works. Later on, you can go to the lower time frames around these levels, okay? Now, personally, I would enter, and I did enter into this trade on this and place my stop loss above this daily high. We just left a bit from sweeping, maybe 1 or 2 points before them. And then I would simply target this draw on liquidity, this daily low, and then chopped up a bit, probably weaken, and then TP hit. All right, now let's see another example. All right, now let me show you another ranges example. Okay, so what do you see in this box? Oops, sorry for my dogs. Please try to ignore them. Now, what do you see here? This is a clear swing low, and this is a clear swing high, and we are in an uptrend here. So obviously we want to go for longs, right? Now we would apply the fixed range volume profile from the swing low to the swing high. Let me remove the box, and we're gonna do the same thing again, that we wanna combine these levels with the daily lows and highs and weekly lows and highs and monthly lows and highs. So we see that this is the point of control and we have a daily low below it. So now this level is extremely valuable, and then you see as the price approaches in that particular zone and then okay, reclaims this high, and that's a pin bar. I would not enter here, but this bullish candle, this actually interests me. That is a very much bullish reaction, and I would certainly place my stop loss a bit lower, right, than that daily low, assuming that the price could sweep that daily low and then the move to the upside. I would increase the win rate, and then I would be targeting this exact draw on liquidity to be safe, and then another move. Wow, let's see another example. This is the point of control. New daily low was then formed here. Okay, new daily low formed here, plus we had that thing here. So now this daily low is a very good daily low because it's not just a daily low, but it also has the point of control. Now when the price sweeps, it reclaims it instantly. That's exactly where I would like to enter on this candle. All right, and if not, I would enter on this candle and target these draws on liquidity. All right, although this trade then got stopped out, but again, don't forget that we formed a new daily low, and we also had the value area low of the point of control in that zone. So now this new daily low that we had formed is extremely strong, and then after the sweep of it, wow, what a massive juicy pin bar big wick candle. that's where I would enter and target this drawn liquidity as my target one, and this could be a bottom, so I would hold this trade for higher time and target these draws on liquidities, and it turns out that it played out. All right. Let's see another example. So then we formed a current a monthly low, right? It's a monthly low as well. We have this thing here, so that's the zone. Now, when the price approaches around our zone, we do see that good candles start to form. And then we had this confirmation right here, but I would enter on somewhere around here, but I would keep my stop loss bigger. All right, I would keep my stop loss bigger. Why would I keep my stop loss bigger? Because we have not taken out this low right now, so it's possible that the price does this and then a boom to the upside, right? And so I will place a big stop loss, target this draw on liquidity, and boom, and maybe hold this trade, because this could be a potential high target trade, which it actually was, as you can see on the screen. So now it's not fully mechanical, and if you think a fully mechanical strategy exists where you have the direction, area, trigger, algo, free money, it doesn't work like that. So the discretion in this strategy is exactly that where you want to trade and when you want to enter. It's not about the areas, okay? Where means like if we are in an uptrend, you want to go long. Basically the direction. I'm sorry. You want to find out the direction, and you want to find out the trigger. And I hope this strategy is pretty simple, and the instant access to my community and constant upgrading algos and a lot more valuable stuff has been dropped below inside of the comment section. And stay blessed, become the best version of yourself, and if I can do it, you can too. And yes, the fixed range volume profile, this tool's settings are also uploaded inside of the Discord community. I don't want this video to be very long. Okay, bye bye guys, love you all, peace out.